afternoon. I'm Doris. What about you?
Yeah, I'm Francis.
Okay, this afternoon we are here to interview you a little bit about the unemployment crisis in the country. And so far, you've realized that from the statistics so far, there's a lot of unemployment going on in the country. So my question is, what are your concerns and what are your opinions about the unemployment crisis in the country?
Okay, so thank you very much for the question. And then, so first of all, I would like to also express my view about unemployment as a whole. So unemployment is where there are unavailability of job opportunities for citizens within the country. So some of the causes I've realized is that you see, we focused much on, let's say, importing goods into this very country, and then everything that we do is importation, and then forgetting about exporting also. And then with this, I think we have to invest much into our primary sectors, secondary sectors, and then also the tertiary sector. So let's say for instance, with the primary sector like this, which involves much of agriculture, at least we can invest more into our agriculture practices. Let's say, for instance, with our free SHS program like this, we normally import foods from outside the country into the country before these foods are being sent to the various senior high schools for them to have for their, let's say, their food. So I think with this very one, at least we can invest these monies into our primary sectors, which is the agriculture sector. At least we produce our own goods, and with this we are creating more jobs for the citizens within the country. And these are one of the ways that we can also, let's say, reduce this unemployment crisis within the country. And secondly, also one thing I've realized is that we are more focused on the tertiary education rather than focusing on the vocational skills, maybe hand skills, those things. We don't really focus on those things, which has been a fact that maybe almost every year about thousands of students have been graduating from schools and they don't get job to do. Because what? We don't learn, and then we don't also focus on the vocational skills. So I think when we focus on the vocational skills, these hand skills, maybe hairdressing, it's not the fact that maybe you've graduated from university so you cannot go into this carpentry and all those. At least you'll be more advanced. And then I think with this, you have your degree, you know more about what you are doing. So these are some of the things that we really need to put much, let's say, effort on, and then with this, we are good to go.
Thank you very much for your opinions. See you another time.
Yeah, I'll be James and you.
Yeah, my name is Francis.
Francis, thank you. Right, I guess some questions we can ask you, and it be about unemployment. So you know they say right, if students go school then come out and they no get jobs no dig Ghana. If you come school, go from JHS and university, you come, you get your degree, but still you come tap house. If you see around, you go say students place Friday, them sell both fruits, them go create them around this movie, them they sell. So you see what you go feel talk about this and what this one advice you go give the government, say them go do so, say if them come out and they go feel get job.
Yes, man. I wish the government have to create job from JSS to even university. When the students school and they vacate, they have to come out and at least there's job opportunity for them that they will be doing till school resume. But if their parent didn't create any job for them, then that means they will be in the house. I think it's not fair. The government have to do something about it, because the parents are suffering. So the government have to come in and help the youth. And when they vacate, they have to do something. When they resume, then they go. Before they resume, they'll get something to support their parents. But all the time, only the parents that they are doing all the job and work and get money and sponsor their children for school. So the government have to come and help the youth. This is all I have.
So if I get you say make the government create job, give the youth, to say them come out or them come break and they go fit get job, then do, so that they won't fully depend on their parents. Okay, thank you very much for having me. So we'll meet next time.
Okay, my name is Gadbe Fijesi Martin. And also, what about you?
Please, I'm called Awuliki Ayi Jeremiah.
Today I have some few questions to ask you. It's about unemployment. Then now, in this country now, people go to school and now they also come out with not having any job. So what are some ways can you suggest for those people to get a job in the country?
Well, I believe that in this current government, the government can create opportunities, job opportunities. So we are looking at creating small-scale businesses in the agricultural sector where people will be able to get work to do. There are a lot of lands. The government can introduce some kind of farming, for the youth. Yes. And also, I also think that the government can encourage the youth to embrace their entrepreneurial skills to be able to create job themselves. In UPSA, for instance, because UPSA is a business-oriented school, after that you have the skills. When you graduate, you have the skills to be able to work. Okay, you have the knowledge of how the marketplace is. So UPSA encourages that after you've completed, you'll be able to have you'll be able to create a job for yourself and be able to run it. That is when there are no job opportunities in the companies. Yes, please. So when you have you have entrepreneurial skills, I think the government is doing a great job with that. They can encourage us to better our entrepreneurial skills, and after that, yes, that's all. I think that is one of the remedies for it. Yeah. So aside job creation by the government, I think individuals can also create jobs for themselves. They see problems in the society and they try to fix it. Yes, based on the skills that they have. So if we are able to encourage that as a country, I think we'll go for that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Okay, what's good evening? James here. What's your name?
My name is Kwabna.
Okay, thanks for having me. I'm having some few questions to ask you. Okay, so it's about unemployment, the unemployment rate in the country. Guys, that people go to school, come out, and still be in the house, be burden on their parents. So I'd like you to give, if you are given a chance to advise the government on the unemployment rate, what advice will it be?
I'll advise the government to invest more in small-scale industries to create jobs for the youth. That's the people students that are down at universities that do not have jobs currently. And I'll also advise the government to reduce the rate of export, reduce the rate of exporting goods outside so that it can increase our productivity to create more jobs for unemployed people.
Welcome to today's panel discussion on unemployment in Ghana. I'm excited to host this program and have on panel today world distinguished panelists by name.
Also, Mr. Samuel Musu.
I am Gadbi Fijisi Shomate.
I'm Ms. Doris Abontiria.
You are all welcome to today's discussion. And not forgetting our lovely viewers. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for watching this program wherever you are and hope you enjoy the program. Thank you. So we are talking about unemployment and the ways in which we will be able to provide jobs to the young graduates and the youth. Mrs. Doris, what do you have to say about this unemployment in Ghana?
Okay, thank you very much for the questions and opportunity given not to me. When you talk about unemployment, so far, when you use the Ghana Statistics Department so far, there's high rate of unemployment, like maximum to 5.5%. If you look at recent graduates that they've graduated, that's in 2024, a lot of them are going in for work and the rest, whilst there are other students out there that are also going for work. So in that case, when it comes to unemployment in the government sector like this, we must to encourage the government to be able to recruit those already in the workforce that they have retired, maybe those above 60 years there, so that those that they now graduate into the workforce can also get the opportunity to come into the workforce. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your view on unemployment. Mr. Gad, what do you have to say about unemployment in Ghana?
I would say unemployment, people in the big institutional sectors, Some of them are like 60 and above. And in our Ghana law, like law or rules, when you are 60, you have to do what? Retire. Then a new person will come in and take over. But due to bribery and corruption, all these things are not checked out. And due to that, our country is not also progressing on. Always we are at stage 1. So we have to check all these processes so that everything will be kept in accordance. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thank you for sharing your view on unemployment. And what about you, Mr. Samuel?
So for me, I think the reason why there is unemployment, this one in Ghana, is because there are no jobs, and also, like what my brother said, it was like bribery and corruption. You see, sometimes people in those big companies, instead of employing people who are qualified for the job, they rather employ their family members, people they know, into that jobs, leaving those who have graduated with higher class degrees outside. So I think for me, this is the reason why there are unemployment.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for sharing your various views on unemployment in Ghana. Okay, so as we were talking, we have our viewers asking various questions. So I'll read some of the questions and each of you find a way in answering these questions. Okay. So Mrs. Doris, this question goes to you. How can we bridge the gap between education and unemployment?
Alright, thank you very much for the question. How can we bridge the gap between education and unemployment? Maybe taking the world as a whole. There are a lot of unemployment out there, even in those US and UK countries. That one, no one can lie about it. But taking it down to African countries like this, there are a whole lot of unemployment. And such question like this, we can take it like they should bring about skill development. When we say skill development, whereby students are trained to learn those vocational works like theory, maybe into bakery, masons, so that when they come to the ones they are using their hands to do, they can equally do it as well. With the skill development, it's not only about theories and aspects, because when it comes to the education sector, we are much interested in the theories aspects without really much concentrating on the skill development. So the skill development is not only going for the government as well, because each and every time we are much concerned about the government on this. We ourselves also have to learn some skills on our own, even online, because right now everything is online over there, because we're in the technology world. And also, we must get some career guidance. When I say career guidance, many people, maybe for the youth instance, they rush into any work they feel like, okay, it is okay, let's go and do it. Like this investment that has come, a lot of students are in it, putting in their money, then all of a sudden we hear that, oh, the thing it cares, the thing did that and the rest, and a lot of their money is in. But if you get guidance, if you go to the counseling department and they're able to guide you on the right job for you, because we believe that each and every human being on earth has a talent. So in that case, you need to be guided on which work that you can do with the skills aspect of it. And also industry partnership. Industry partnership, in that case, when it comes to companies like this, you partner with them with the education sector. So our students are going to school, doing the theories, work and the rest. The industries are also partnership with the education sector, so that they will train students that they will be coming out with some skills. Let me, for instance, when it comes to the finance, or let me say, courses like accounting and finance, or maybe accounting. So the industries like maybe for Ministry of Finance or any of those finance departments, they'll let students to come there for internships and the rest, so that students will be able to be more grounded in their practical work. So that by the time they will be done with their career or with the sport they are pursuing, they will be much equipped with the practical aspect too as well. And also, we can talk about gender gaps. When I say gender gaps, let me take it for instance. In the olden times, we always say that the girls should be in the kitchen and the boys should go to school. But in this era that we are in, there's nothing like that. If anyone opposes such an argument, I'm not sure that we can even finish talking about it right now. So in that case, the case whereby they put in that boys should go to school and just be in the kitchen, that one I'm opposing it. So in that case, they should bring that gender gap, and make sure that everyone goes to school and learn some skill, so that in the future we can all use it to help ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If I get you clearly, say when you want to bridge the gap between education and unemployment, you should develop a skill. You shouldn't be more depend on only the one the government give or the workforce. You should be develop a skill. You can develop into this hairdressing or any skill of your own.
Yeah.
So in case you don't get a job at a white collar job, you can depend on your own skills.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing this idea. So I hope the person who asked the question is well answered to. Thank you very much. The next question I'm having is, how can you, and this one goes to Mr. Gan, how can you promote entrepreneurship and support small scale businesses?
When it comes to this aspect, let me see one, I'll take training. So when people are in school, some of them are not able to be qualified. People are not also people don't have sense. People also come out with fail and all stuff. Due to that, they don't have job, and also they can also get vacant positions. So I'll permit the government to create, let me say, training institution for them, so that at the end of the day they can also get something to eat, or something like they can get money to also buy their own things from their own self. And also they have to also create a sole proprietorship, a one-man business. As you can see, some people sell pure water in the street. It's not every time that everything is going to be easy, because you can't wait till if you say you wait there, you stay in stage one, then at the end of the day you are not going to earn anything. That's what I have about my discussion or something.
Okay. Thank you very much. So to add to that, to promote the entrepreneurship and support small scale business, sometimes the government should provide students or young people with this capital. We have so many young people who are like, I want to start this business, but where will I get the capital from? That's the question. So the government should listen to these young people, their ambitions, their business they want to start up. If in case they see that, oh no, this guy is having a really bright idea, so they should invest into the person should start a business, and to go slow, the person need to employ people. So in that way, there will be less unemployment in the country. Thank you very much, Mr. Gan. So another question which goes to Mr. Samuel is talking about career guidance, counseling, work-based learning, coaching, and mentoring. Are these significant areas we should look at when tackling unemployment?
Yes, it's very simple.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, it is very important, because I think most of our youth don't know maybe the kind of courses that maybe when they go to the university and do, maybe they are going to get this one jobs or something. Because when you go to school and you go and do a course such as odontology and those things, I don't think you come out, we have maybe a dancing company or something in this country. And sometimes I think this course architecture, I don't know whether there are more of architecture this one companies in Ghana. So I think when going for this one courses in Ghana, I think they should be guided by maybe choosing courses such as maybe medicine and the courses that maybe there are more of jobs in the country for people So I think for me, teachers in this secondary schools are supposed to guide their students in this one. Are supposed to guide their students as in choosing the courses choosing the courses to do in the university. So that's all I can say.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's very important in tackling this unemployment issue, because it's not only about the government not providing jobs for them. Sometimes the students or the youth themselves don't go in for the right courses. They go do any courses which is partly their fault because they don't guide them well. So youth should be guided well so that they go in for the right courses in school so that when they come out they won't be jobless. Thank you very much. Okay. So thank you, our esteemed panelists, for sharing your expertise and advices and your views on unemployment. Your insights have shed light on the complexities of unemployment in Ghana and need for collective ones. To our audience, we appreciate you for your engagement and participation. Your questions and comments have enriched our discussion. We bless you. Good news. And to our panelists, we've done well. Top notch. We'll see you next time. Same time, same place.